Hello, hello. Yes, the thumbnail of my streams is not a lie because he's always present here. Whenever he feels that camera is on, mic is listening, so he jumps on the desk and tries to steal the show. But yeah, he'll be a bit distracting for me, for sure. So yeah, well, hardware all the time. I hope that from the hardware and software point of view everything is okay and you can actually hear me, see me, and the chat is working. So I would really appreciate if you drop a message on chat. I'm streaming today on X, YouTube, and Twitch, obviously. So those three platforms are my way to go. And today we will stream something that appeared ad hoc, actually, because my colleague, my other developer advocate colleague, Jan Niklas, pinged me on X in a thread of someone I didn't know before. I will switch to the browser so you can actually see everything. Okay, YouTube chat is working, so hello. So yeah, X message, X threads. Ian posted that he delivered a web service website you can use for submitting your code snippets, and those code snippets can be nicely highlighted. The syntax highlighting is there, but the main goal is not to do yet another code snippet posting tool, but something that can be used for more complex purposes. So you can have code snippets along with other code snippets, make some arrows, draw something there. That's something, because you can visualize not just a single file, but the whole relationship between multiple files, multiple entities, different projects, even different languages. So yeah, that's something really interesting. Ian didn't post here the website URL, but yeah, it is snipsco.com. I already created an account there, so that was a pretty straightforward. I passed my email address, confirmed registration flow by clicking on the proper link, and yeah, here we can see a quick demo of what it can do. Going back to the tweet X post, actually, Ian said that there is already available an extension for VS Code, but he has no idea what to do with JetBrains IDEs, so namely WebStorm, PHPStorm, IntelliJ IDEA, and others. Yeah, and because of Jan Niklas, I'm going to create this plugin live, just to replicate what the VS Code has. So that will be looking at this screen. It's all about selecting portion of code, invoking some action. Yeah, probably with some shortcut or something. Then IDE should ask you for okay, there's music. IDE will ask you for a comment, and together with the code, it is supposed to be sent to the Snipsco API. But to talk to this API properly, you need to have an access token. There is no OAuth 2 or something like that introduced in the service, but there is this plain token available to identify your account properly. So instead of implementing any complex workflow for authentication, we'll just copy paste this token into the IDE settings, put it into the secret field, store it for the further sessions, and that's it. We'll perform simple HTTP request with this token provided, and to the action for selecting the code, pushing it further, and basically that's it. That's the goal. Everything will be open source, so after the stream you will be able to review the code. That's my agreement with Ian that this code should be available to everyone. Even though this service is supposed to be paid, the basic flow that we're going to handle today will be free, so you can start using that. Thank you. You can start using that whenever you want for such code promotion purposes or whatever. Okay, we already have a basic repository created on GitHub. It is created out of the plugin template I'm working on. So in JetBrains organization, there is this IntelliJ platform plugin template repo created. The short link for that would be jbgg plugin template. Let me text edit. Let's make it like that. Yeah, pretty easy to remember, right? jbgg plugin template. No, I don't need it. No. Okay. So visit this repository, and if you are logged into GitHub, there is this use this template button on the right side, and simply hit the create a new repository out of this template. Yeah, that will. Oh no, get back. That will create something like that. Snipsco JetBrains. That's the name for the current project. It was created already last week to have it in place, but I didn't touch anything here yet. Okay, yeah, I cloned this project to my local environment. Open that in IntelliJ IDEA. And what do we have here? Well, everything is already pre-configured for you. So you don't have to care about Gradle stuff. You don't have to actually do anything, because this is up to date, following all the requirements that we have, all the good practices, and ready to be used on GitHub. So there are also some actions introduced, GitHub actions. Yeah, that's that. We can focus on creating the actual code here. And there is already some boilerplate in place. So right now when we pick from the top actions, predefined actions, the run plugin, hit play, we have this guest IDE, so-called. So this is another IDE created out of the current IDE. It's there, and yeah, we can see that somewhere here. No, it wasn't implementing any specific settings, but we will create a dummy project to check how it works. Okay, so this dummy plugin is implementing only a tool window on the left side with a shuffle button, which is rotating some number. Okay, that ain't useful. So let's close it. The first thing that we will need to implement here, okay, is, well, basically we need to create an action that will capture the selected code that we have in the current editor. Then this action should, I don't know, show this code for you. Oh, that's redundant probably, because you see what you selected already in the editor. But it should show some modal with, okay, goodbye, modal with field text for your comment, and that should result in sending the post request. I know that authentication is also important, but let's start implementing this simple action. And ripping off the tool window, post startup activity, we don't need that. So that's what's going on here. In the project, we have, because this is a JVM project, right? It's based on Gradle build system, and we are using Kotlin language for the whole development. Okay, in the src directory, we have two subdirectories, main and test. I'm not sure if we're going to cover that with tests, probably not. So let's focus on src main Kotlin. There is some namespace already created that's based on your GitHub account, and some services, project activity. We don't need that, so I'll simply remove it. Tool window, we don't need any tool window. Let's remove it as well. My bundle, that's a class that helps you resolve strings from the properties file, like that, my bundle properties. So we have key value here, and just by calling a message and the key, message key, we'll be able to bring some specific text to any UI component. Actually, that's better from the internationalization. You know what I mean. Sorry. Okay. The my project service is also that is there for, that's a service that exists in the current project scope. So whenever your code is calling this service, it is initiated, but when you close the project, it's gone. But we don't need it. So we end up with just my bundle, but we still refer to those classes in plugin XML. And yeah, in resources, there is my bundle properties and plugin XML. This is the main definition of the structure of the plugin we are working on. So here we are defining the ID, name, vendor of the plugin, some dependencies. Quick note, this is still based on the old approach, but right now with my colleague Robert, we're going to create some modernized approach, new version of how this plugin template should look like. But now we'll just stick to this depends, or we can use the dependencies plugin ID. Okay, yeah, that's easy. So let's do it the right way. Yeah. So that's a new approach. And here, resource bundles, that's something we need. Tool window, post startup activity, empty. Asthma asks, I usually use operator fun get so I can call my bundle and key. Is it okay too? Well, yeah, it's okay. So here in my bundle, okay, in services, let me just bring back some class here. So yeah, my bundle get my bundle dot message something something. And there is a second parameter passed here, and this is because there is that. But for plain strings like shuffle, we'll just need that. And yeah, my bundle. You can, oh my god, simplify that. And then the operator fun get can be introduced here, right? Yeah, that's pretty handy. Thanks. I will keep it. Okay, now let's. Okay, so here operator get, we can actually call. Okay, the get message. That's fine. So we need to create. By the way, do you hear the music? Okay, I don't know if it works with bars though. I don't know either. We'll see. The music, do you hear it? Is it too loud or not? Because it's hard to judge hearing it from Spotify directly. Or maybe you don't hear it at all. It's fine. Okay, thanks. Okay, so we need to create an action. So right now our plugin does absolutely nothing. And what we need is to introduce an action that will also appear here in the context menu of selected code. And actions. Yeah, there is this actions group. And here, okay, there is some suggestion to create shuffle actions, but let's call, okay, this is action entry, let's call it snipsco action, okay? Create class. Okay, don't ask again. Oh no, that's Java. And we do not use Java here. Come on. This Java outside of Java source. What do you say? Okay. Action performed. Not implemented. It's there. So now, when we rerun the code and invoke actions, snipsco JetBrains. Okay, it's not there yet. And this action can be also added to group. So here in main menu we're gonna have it. So file, oh, that's the one. Is it the main menu? Okay, let's go to the action. Here the first parameter of the action should be okay, what's that? snipsco equal creation of action presentation. Code snippets to snipsco. So that should already be. Oh. Our action is already here. So we can, instead of running this action, we can debug the plugin. Yep, and we are here. The code, okay, my cat is covering half of this display. Okay. So we are here, it's not implemented, but we have access to the event. What's the event? What is inside? We have some properties and data context. From data context, we are able to extract some information about the current project, current editor, basically everything that we need to work on the current IDE's context. Okay, so now let's pass it further, and yeah, that fails with the not yet implemented exception. So here we need to implement something that will grab the project, grab the selected code, and send that to the service API. Okay, there is this dot thing. I don't know if that works for me. I don't know. Okay. Actually, I'm lazy and I don't want to make you wait for me figuring out how the code should look like. I'll just do the reviewing stuff right now. So yeah, I'm using here, oh my god, this cut again. In snips action, grab the currently selected text and store it in a, then send it with Ktor to dummy API. Send it, post it. I could open documentation and start reading it. I could, yeah, trial and error, but I just got used to use help recently. Sorry, not sorry. Well, we are living currently in pretty interesting times that we try to automate work, repetitive work. So coding is one of them, isn't it? Okay, it's working basically pretty quickly. I'm using AI Assistant, which is really solid piece of plugin along with Codex, and this should give us something in a bit. In the meantime, I will just go to actual documentation for SDK docs. Here are actions, and we need to create no, okay, action system, exactly, action system. So as no, he's cleaning himself in front of me. Okay, actions. So we are introducing just a single action in the current plugin, and we can also set some custom icon for that. So I don't know, there is Snipsco logo here, so we can use it to make this action more visible. There are some synonyms: add to group, tools menu, and shortcuts. So we can assign something to quickly invoke this action on a selected text in editor. There are even mouse shortcuts. Control button, double click. And we can add stuff to the group. And the context menu would be something that we are interested in. Okay, what is happening here? Okay. So AI added a dependency on Ktor, but Ktor is already present in the IntelliJ platform. So we'll not need to resolve that again from Maven Central. Okay, Control Alt S, Command Alt S is for VS Code extension. Okay, we can introduce the same shortcut for the snipsco action to make everything work in a similar manner. Okay, again Ktor. Here is our operator. Those we dropped. You know, I'll just commit some of those. Okay, notification group. Okay, that's handy. And there will be also a notification presented. For now, I'll just remove that. Clean up the code from clean up the project from the templates code. Okay. Let's see, what do we have here? Now we have a notification group, so all those notifications that you see in the IDE, they all belong to some group, meaning not everything goes into one bag. So you can actually control that in a better way. Like here we have VCS important messages, or Wayland, or sticky lines disabled. Those notifications are also collected in groups. So you can make some groups not appearing at all because you're bored with them. Main menu. What else do we have? That's the most interesting part. Okay, here. What's that? Action presentation is initiated in the constructor. Override get action update thread and choose edit here or background. Okay. What do we have here? Whenever the action is performed, we are retrieving the current editor from events data, get from this editor currently selected text. Okay. And post selected text. And notify selected text sent to the dummy API. In case of exception, we have another notification, error notification, failed to send selected text. Okay, the notify action. Come on. The notify action is using our notification group and sending something. Okay, dummy API, HTTP bin, post. Okay, that's nice. I remember this is okay. Method not all HTTP bin. Docker HTTP bin. Okay. There was another service that you can use for inspecting what was posted. I don't remember. HTTP post, how to find it? Dummy API for testing. Free fake REST API for placeholder. Sample API, maybe something. No? Free. Okay, no. And API endpoint. Sponsors tried. I don't know. Is it something that? Let's forget it. Okay, never mind. I'll get back. Okay, webhook site. Webhook site. Okay, unique URL. Let's try it. Thank you. Okay. Restart the IDE. Zoom. Really? Okay, so here, let's select. No, that's crazy. He is stealing the show. Okay, let's select some part of code. Snip scope action. Let's call it. Okay, selected that text sent to the dummy API. Let's check the dummy API. It's there. That works. Okay, that's great. I was expecting to stop on a breakpoint that I didn't put anywhere. But yeah, everything goes. Okay, what's that? Enter expression. Okay, that's new. Huh. What? That's cool. I already thought that we have those breakpoints here, but in between of numbers now we can put some yellow lock point breakpoint. Okay, let's use it. I'll put here select text. Huh. Let's restart. Actually, I didn't have to restart that. Zips go. Did we get anything? Okay, format. Okay, it's locked. Cool, cool. That's really useful, and we can see what is happening. I mean, what is printed in logs. That's great. I don't have to stop every time and yeah, you know. Okay, selected text. What else do we need? We need to send some authentication token, right? Authorization token, token. So for that we need to introduce a settings page, or no, let's do this. Let's create this shortcut. So that's a keyboard shortcut. Key map. Do we need key map? Actions. Didn't read this feature on the releases note. Right. It's not on the releases note. I'm on the nightly build actually, so probably this will be rolled out with the next version. That may be 2026.2 or maybe it will be also backported to 2026.1. Yeah, I'm living on the edge. So the Ktor is still in build Gradle. Yes, it is. It's there. Going back to this shortcut, Control Alt S. We don't need any second keystroke. Let's drop it. Keymap. Is keymap really necessary? It is. Keymap attribute should be defined, so let's keep it like that. Add to group. Which group should I use to put into the editor's context? Okay, add to group. I wonder if we have code completion here available. With all available group IDs. Okay. Editor pop-up menu. And it is described in our docs. Good, good. Anchor first. No, let's keep it last for now. Okay, that's that. Option, Command Shift, Option, Command S. It's sent to the API. Let's verify that. The US go to the top. Okay, so that's the one. Selected text string. Great, great, great. Ktor, right? Ktor. Let's get back to the Ktor story. It is defined in here. Ktor. Let's drop it from dependencies and rely on what the IntelliJ platform provides to us. It may be true that not everything is here, as you can see. CIO. Engine CIO. Cannot find the declaration to go, but the other parts are there. Where is that? Okay, that comes from lib client. Okay. Maybe there is an older Ktor version. No, CIO. CIO. Okay, here I have some other example of using Ktor within the repository was archived. Okay, so this is pretty up to date. CIO implementation IO Ktor. So they do that ID Ktor plugin. Why CIO? Is there a way to show a loading bar while ascending? Loading bar, but where would you like to have this loading bar? Because we can't display anything in front of the user to do not distract them from actual work, but we still need to display this input for comment, maybe there. YCIO is still, you're still targeting JVM. Yeah. They also use CIO here. YCIO Ktor CIO client engines. What other engines do we have? CIO also works with JVM, Android, native JavaScript, WASM. So yeah, it supports the broader list of platforms. So probably this is the best pick. Okay. Let me quickly check if if I will use 2025.3, will we get the CIO engine? Because if so, that would simplify the build, everything, and actually we encourage users to use latest IDEs, so that's another way of convincing them to do so. Is it there? Almost. Okay. No. Okay, CIO is there. That's awesome. Actually, for plugin development, we should use always the latest patched version. So as soon as something is already released, I mean in this 253 branch, we should pick it, like 2025.3.7, but data, no, I don't have it. IntelliJ download. Which one is the latest one? System require other versions. 0.4. Okay. So 0.4, and then the scenes build should be set to 253, because this is the scenes build and this is a marketing release number, but the build is always like that, and we can't keep the 252 here because we are using newer IntelliJ Platform SDK for building the plugin. Therefore it has something that may not be available in previous versions, so that may cause you some troubles. Okay, let's stop it, run again. Idea project, there is some dummy project here. Okay, sent. Okay, so that still works. So Ktor is bundled, we can rely on it. That makes our build simpler, but also the outgoing artifact, the zip archive that we will send to marketplace will be thinner, so less megabytes to transfer back and forth. Okay, so next we need this model to receive one's comment. Okay, post selected. Okay, P for calling the post selected text, display a modal with a single input field to Also grab a comment from the user. It should contain send and cancel buttons. When the send is being pressed, show loading loading indicator. I really don't know which one we should use here, because yeah, we'll have this model in front of the user, but as soon as they click OK, it should go, well, everything should happen in the background. We shouldn't block users. UI, you know, dialog wrapper, yeah. Okay, let's get back to the documentation. Oh, auth. Okay, this is exactly what we are going to do. So Ktor should also get this API key. Content type, set body. Quit it. Open API key, credentials manager. Credentials manager. That's something from where exactly? Okay, that's from this helpers. And that's a service that takes the token from password safe, and this is the correct approach. Comments. Loading bar like indexing bar at the bottom. Yeah, I agree with both of you. Okay, credentials manager. That's a good example. Let's reuse that. OpenAI API key. No, that's not a real key, right? I mean, no, that's just a key for credentials. Actually, everything. And here, what's changed here? Send snippet dialog show. Send snippet dialog. What do we have? JLabel sending. Okay, that one into the sending. Set loading, OK actions. Nah, that's terrible. But let's see how this looks. Come on. Where is my IDE? Okay. Command Option S. Not so pretty, but comment, sending, and I can't do anything else because it's sending, so the indexing like bar should be better here, and oh my god, something is off. Okay, that's a terrible idea. Roll back. Before calling, display a model with a single. Okay, let's make it simpler. Let's make it a bit simpler. Next, we do have this auth stuff. By the way, was this event sent command? Yeah, it was sent to the API, so that was working. Authorization bearer, but nothing after that. Okay. Let this AI do the job, and we can. No. What the? Where am I? What's going on? That's not the project I was working on. Okay, I'm confused. Snips. I'm confused. Okay. That's probably thanks to all this nightly stuff. Okay. Let's check what is here right now. Okay, so it's sending stuff, but this dialog is not disappearing. Why? Okay, a lot of notifications here. Okay, do okay action. Why it's not getting closed? Probably because it was not calling the parent method that is closing the model, right? So the question is, do we really need this progress indicator? Because you can see stuff working almost immediately, and you get this feedback that something is happening after invoking the action. Again, comment. It's almost instant. It is instant. So I would skip it. I would keep it simple, really. Next thing is that we need close, okay, exit. We need to send this token still. Okay, my code got reverted. Credentials, manager, get instance, get token. This should be, yeah, that's better. That's better. Value of parameter key is always, yeah. Auth key, yeah. Same here. Let's simplify that. Okay. Service level up. Yeah, something like, okay, it should be in headers as X token. X token. Actually, we don't need this get instance because that's already short. Show exception. Do you want? No. What? Ah, right. Auto import. Okay. So X token is what we need. Okay. This page with token password like field to store the user's token. Refer to the credentials class. Story it sends the token to the API using xToken header. Okay. My token is here. Yep, that's right. And we need still to get this API endpoint. API endpoint. Okay, I have no clue where this can be. Where is it stored here? But snipsco account API endpoint. Okay, that makes sense. Default API base. Okay. When you enter a token, it is validated before being stored. Okay, snippet request, content type JSON, code, nodes, language, file name, line range. Okay, so we'll still need those three parameters, which we can easily retrieve from the editor instance. So here we have editor already retrieved, selected text, and the selection model has everything else we need there, like all val selected, text. Okay, file name, language, and line range. Okay. Okay, should that be something like that? Ah, 1 to something. Okay. So instead of that, okay, selection start, selection end. Exactly. Line range. What else? Language and file name. Yeah. Editor language ID. No. Hallucination alert. Virtual file. Come on. Document. Nah. Editor. Okay, not extension, but file type. Name, lowercase, exactly. And the file name is simple. Okay, let's keep the correct order. Code nodes. Code is here. Language, file name, file range. Language, file name. Line range. Okay. Notify clause, post selected text, comment. Right. Expression expected. Okay, same should go, yeah. File name. Okay, so that comes from something different. Okay, I think you shouldn't read document language. For example, imagine a string variable with SQL in it plus SQL injected as a language. Yeah, that is a feature of our IDEs, so you can basically do stuff like that. Select star from table. Okay. And we can do like language. No. Give a break. SQL. What's that? Okay, I forgot the syntax. Damn it. Jesus Christ, I was using that over and over. Yeah, just that. XML. Okay, I don't have the SQL plugin installed here, but we can make it with XML. And mark it as XML, but not here, but above. Right. So you are correct. And here I will be sending the Kotlin language as a parameter in my payload. So yeah. Language, and this language is, yeah, that's the one. And what's okay, I get it. Let's make it like that here and here. Unit, right, string, okay. Code, nodes, language. Code, nodes, language. Oh. Where is it? Payload. Where is it? I lost it. Here. File name and line range. Fine. Okay, that's okay. X token is here. And the language still. We should pick the language based on the selection. I don't really remember how to do that, but fortunately we have a friendly AI here. Okay, feature behind paywall. I don't want to make things harder. No, that's okay. That's actually a valid point. For language, use the of the selected code and not Things are getting more complicated here. The text snippet language, so it's using trying to use the PS5 file. So this is not a virtual file. Oh my god. Okay, virtual file is a file instance available in the file system, like, well, like regular file. It has some file type, some size, etc., etc. But the PSI file, this one is syntax representation, let's say. So all the code highlighting, syntax highlighting, all the ranges of well, defined by the language of this file are there. So there is a proper tree, like DOM tree in HTML. So PSI file is a representation that gives you more context about the file's content, which helps us also doing the code injection. So PSI file has some nested, well, this part is XML, this is SQL. We can mix things together, so it's not a plain text file like virtual file. Okay. Let's see, what do we have here? Can I quickly clean this view? Schedule, direct replay, last, next. Okay, never mind. Okay, command option S. Okay. Hello world. Something is off. Interesting. It doesn't work anymore. For fuck's sake. Anyway, let's check what is happening in options right now. Snip, sco. Okay, tools, snip, sco, token. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Am I in debug? No. So we can't do much. No. Okay. Something was sent. Ah, yeah, I know. So in my action, I did this super do OK action, and AI is basically working on its kind of state of file, and it didn't consider my latest changes here. Silly. Print nodes ASD Java, and there is some code, line range. Okay, that's done. X token 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's done. Let's check how this will work in terms of this XML stuff. Well, foo. What's okay? That's Java. String foo. Foo bar. Okay. Okay. So, I just got used to Kotlin and how nice it is. Okay. So let's select this part of text. Hi. Okay. I sent something twice. Language XML. Okay. We have it. I don't want to make things harder. Okay, not JSON, but from data. Okay, okay. And we should send data as JSON. That was this content type stuff. I've seen it here. And that's a response. We don't need a response here. We just want to send something out. Request data. But we need to parse this. Oh my god. JSON content. Okay. What? JSON content. We don't have anything like that. Set body. Hold on, I need to pick up the call. Hello? Okay. Am I here? Okay. I trust you can hear me because, yeah, hardware. And I changed the state of my headphones, so something may go wrong from now on. Okay, never mind. Let's restart the IDE. So now this modal should work better. Foo and send. Yeah, it closed the modal. We didn't get any notification, probably because I closed it too early. Oh, come on. Okay. You know what? I'll just drop this one. This is probably closing the thread too early, and that is not executed properly. I hope. threading is hard. Okay, what is going on? Did someone change the code when I left? Okay. It was working a moment ago, wasn't it? Sorry, alarm outside. I don't know what's going on. I hope you don't hear that. Okay, what is going on? Set body. Okay, so something was off with okay. Sorry, that's my alarm. Actually, I need to check out what's going on. Okay, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. I have contractors up there working on my new room in the attic. One thing is that you probably may hear the hammering. The other is that they were vacuuming and probably touched some wires, and sabotage alarm was just initiated and I couldn't turn it off. So but let's not let such stuff ruin our day, right? It's all good. One more week and I will just move upstairs to my really very new place. Okay, so we can already set a token here, and the cat is also with me. We will need to send JSON content. So instead of sending form data content, send JSON. In the meantime, we will swap this. Where was this? We'll swap the endpoint in here, right? Action. Yep. I will need my personal token. The requested body is now JSON code, and I also removed the dialogues parameter super to OK. Call. Okay, only if you will close the actual dialogue, I'm good with that. There is this close OK exit code, but why it's not working? I'm waiting for the compiler result. The post body is in JSON. What changed? Come on. Really? That's silly. Zips go. Okay. Kotlin X serialization should be also be available in the platform. So yeah, let's try it. Okay, it's not closing the window, but something was sent to the API, still the old one. So yeah, it is a JSON with proper JSON content. We have everything, including this HTML language, even though that's sent from Java file. So it is respecting this injected language here. Let's swap. Okay. The dialog is not getting closed. Okay, let it do the job. Here we can set my own token. And in addition, we'll check if it's remembered between sessions. Probably yes, because I've already seen this 1, 2, 3 dummy token I said before. Okay. Here is modality state, invoke later, notify. Okay. And let's swap URL. Read only. Okay. Okay. Let's send that to the actual API. Okay. The model is closed. Notification is here. Okay, it's not the dummy API anymore. But it should be there. Let's check my gists. My gists, okay. All languages, US first. It's not there. Some notes. By the way, that's okay. Why? What happened? Let's use debugger. Post selected text. Run blocking. Still dummy URL, is it? Yeah, it is. How? I swapped to this one? Ah, silly me. Silly me. Thanks for noticing. Wait, I thought I swapped this one already. Yay, it's there. Okay, language, select language. Shouldn't that be set to XML already? I mean, maybe it is. Main Java. Yeah, main Java and XML code. Yeah. Still, well, that belongs to main Java. And that's the file name. Okay. I think that's it. What we could do here is still move all hard-coded texts to the my bundle this file. Maybe language ID is not the IDE language, but the library syntax highlighter, maybe XML or something else. But I sent this XML already, didn't I? Yeah, it's language XML. Maybe that should be capital letters. In VS Code there is a map that maps the file type to the right type snippets code support. Okay. Let's find it. Language map. Oh. Get back to this. Okay, constants. So we need this file and markup. Okay. Use this. Okay, it's build got pass, blah blah blah. Okay, let it do the boring work, and I'll just off. Okay. Okay. And let's replace it with Objective C. What? Yeah, thanks to. It's not a const. True. Yeah, fair. Okay, now we have white theme by some unknown reason. Whatever. Markup. Okay, so that was the issue. Good. All right, I think we have it. All the strings went to bundle properties. Yep, nicely named. Let's add this one as well. And what do we have here? We can drop that. Still, I remember that in libs. Okay, we don't need that. That's clear. What do we have here? Token user. Service name, auth key. Okay. All right. Credentials, auth key. Makes sense. Okay, we have it. 2 hours as planned. Let me just generate some comments. I'm not sure if I have proper rights for pushing that. I hope. I do, yeah, I do. Okay, the plugin is published. You can try it on your own and clone the repo. Just go to the right top corner, hit the run plugin, and basically, yeah, play with it. Implement maybe something else. I don't know, maybe nicer model. I believe this will be worth taking care of. Well, adding the proper icon to the action. So here in this plugin XML, for this action we can also specify this icon. Yeah, icon. Yeah, document it better. README file already contains a checklist that is necessary to handle. So that's already done. It's always good to take care of, well, get to know with documentation. I didn't do anything like that, well, almost, during the stream because I relied on AI tools. Still, as you saw, you can't let it do everything because it makes failures. As for publishing this plugin to marketplace, it would be great to still verify the name, the description, But yeah, everything is written down in this short checklist. And also it is mentioned how to publish that on Marketplace, JetBrains Marketplace. So I can't do that right now because that would require creating a proper account there. I'm generating token, creating this plugin entity in the database. Well, everything is well documented, so that's a pretty easy process. Token verification on safe token. Yeah. The token verification can be also implemented, but that's pretty easy to achieve right now. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for staying with me for 2 hours. The code again is available. Where? Snips go JetBrains, right? JetBrains. That's on Ian's repository. 1.21 snips go JetBrains. So feel free to contribute to this project. And I will surely next week check if everything is still green on CI. Probably commit something there if necessary, or if I will have some free time to do something more there. We'll see. Okay. Thank you very much. Next week I still plan to do exactly the same campaign I did on Tuesday, which is reviewing others' Gradle build scripts, also live on X, Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, follow me, click likes, blah blah blah. Thanks.